What's up, y'all? This is Brave, and I'm back for another review of Ready to Love Make a Move. This is season 1, episode 4, and the episode is titled Keep Your Options Open. So, we start this episode off with Ashley, okay? Baby girl is still confused out of her mind because she don't know if she should choose Donald or not. Now, she feel like he is playing with her, and he's making promises that he won't be able to do all of this stuff to her. It was a lot going on. Do I feel like Donald was sincere in his little promises? I do. I do think that it was a honest mistake. He thought that his text messages were going through and she wasn't responding. She never got the messages. Like, there was literal proof that he did try to reach out to this girl. The way she's holding it against him, it's annoying. So, according to her, she is going to make a move because she is tired of making excuses for men and she has to do what's best for her. All right, cool. If that's what you want to do. So Ashley ends up talking to Tamika about living for herself and, making her right choices. And Tamika, honestly, she added nothing to that damn conversation. Can we be honest? What is Tamika's purpose? Like, I know she's supposed to be a matchmaker and all of that, but it's not giving what they think is giving. Nonetheless, let's move on. We see Vernisha. She's on a date with a guy named Gary. He is 43 years old. He says he works in transportation and he's a content creator. Y'all, when he said he worked in transportation, the only thing that I thought was, okay, either you a bus driver or you drive Uber. It's one or the other. And him being a content creator, I think he said he does like sports commentary or something. I wonder what platform he uses. So we learned that he has teenage kids, and honestly, that's all I can remember about that man. Bernicia seemed to like him, but yeah, the connection wasn't really connecting for me. So let's go ahead and move on to Charisse meeting up with Zadia and her new wig. They are talking about how Charisse felt like because she was bullied as a child, she has to defend herself and stand up for herself. Y'all, I'm sorry. I am so drained with people talking about themselves being bullied as a child. Girl, do you know how long ago you were a child? Decades ago. Okay? You haven't been a child in years. Your next big number is 50. What the hell are you talking about? Like, not because you was bullied when you was 8 years old, so now you became a bully. I cannot. But nonetheless, Charisse apologizes for her part in it. However, it sounded like Zadia wanted to bring things all up again and rehash things. I don't even think Zadia apologized. Like, it seemed to me like they just brushed everything under the rug and we're going to try to move forward. Now, speaking of Zadia, she goes on a date with Ramon. Yes, Ramon from the previous, I think maybe 2 episodes ago. She actually asked Tamika, to bring him back for her because he went out with Vernisha. So now they're having this conversation with each other. According to him, he has 17 cats, but really he just be feeding random cats, I guess, in the neighborhood. We already know he's retiring from basketball. This date was cute, but it's very clear she's going to stay with Cam. She's going to stay with Cameron. But let's go ahead and move on. So Ashley, she goes on a date with Justin. Now this guy is 35, I believe. He's a hospitality director, and he is looking for a life partner. Now Ashley, she's hyped because he got nice teeth. And I'm just like, baby, one thing about Ashley, she about to be hyped about any little old thing, okay? So they both seem to be family oriented. He talks about how when people they are, really rocking with their mama and their daddy tough, they usually have a lot of like good things instilled in them and all of this. All right, cool. This date it did go pretty well. Um, they both say that they don't have a type. They'll date whoever that they, have a connection with. And I'm like, all right, cool. Do I think that this guy is better than the guy that she moved forward with? I think his name is Kiran or something like that. He all right, but I feel like we didn't learn enough about him. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all know Ashley do a lot of the talking. But let's go ahead and move on. Sharice, she goes out on a date with this guy named Keith, okay? He is a 50-year-old barber. When I tell you I saw this man, I said, yep, Sharice, this is what you need right here. He is very open about like him being engaged before and how he's learned a lot over the years, all the lessons that each relationship taught him. Like he is actually engaging in the conversation, unlike Maurice. I'm like, Sharice, this is what you need to be doing. You need to be with this type of guy. Like, I just do not see it for her and Maurice. But her and Keith, they look good together. Girl, this is your move. This is the move you need to make ASAP. So the next date that we see is actually Vernisha and Jabari. They go wine tasting and she says that she's enjoying her process. But here's the thing. She wants to explore all her options. But he kind of feeling away because he's kind of locked in on her. But she's like, no, I want you to keep your options open and do what's best for you. Here's the thing. It's easy for her to say that type of thing because she's on the show. She has the control. When it comes to him, he's dating women outside of the show. So if he's seeing somebody outside of the show and they have a better connection, don't get your little feelings hurt when he don't choose you in the end. You get what I'm saying? Like, I understand what she's saying, but she's saying it as if he has options on the show as well. And he doesn't. Like, no, you have all the power. Nonetheless, let's move on. We have Zadia. She goes on a date with Cameron. And as they doing this little art project, I realize that Zadia is giving needy girl. Hand me this. Hand me that. Like, girl, just get up and get it yourself, please. So clearly she wants a man to cater to her. Now he asked her what her financial aspirations are, and she wants to make her own money, but she also wants a guy who's going to take care of her and be a provider. Now, according to him, baby, he said he wants to work hard, be that provider, and basically let her live in her soft girl era. I said, ooh, okay, Cameron, I see what you're doing here. I see you trying to stick around for real, for real. Like, I honestly don't see Zadia moving forward with anybody else so far. I mean, out of all the dates that she's had, I think she's going to stick with Cam for a while. But let's go ahead and move on because we have Ashley and Kieran. So they go to a mixology class. Ashley is actually a bartender. So this is cool for her. Now, we see all the footage of them having a good time, laughing, and just having a blast. So out of nowhere, they start talking, and she's like, oh, so you went on a date with Zadia. Yeah, I heard you had to take it all in and all of this stuff. Let me tell you something, baby. Her reenactment is nothing like what really happened, okay? Because he was not really checking for Zadia like that. And because they lived together, I feel like he was still trying to be nice about it. It was like, yeah, she was cool or whatever, but I had a better time with you. We all saw that it was very evident and clear he had a better time with Ashley. So now, I feel like that should have been the end of the conversation. For some reason, Ashley kept harping on Zadia. And I mean, it kept going on and on. Like, girl, he's not even on Zadia's radar. Zadia ain't on his radar. What the hell are you doing? You're supposed to be getting to know him more. Like, I'm confused as to where all this energy is coming from. Like, if Zadia didn't choose him, that means he's no longer an option for her. So why are you worried about that? He ain't asking about Zadia. He trying to get to know you. And I can't even lie. I was confused that they were even able to come out of that conversation okay. Because Ashley just kept going on and on. I just could not understand for the life of me why she was doing this. But let's move on to Sharice. Y'all, she went out with Maurice, right? And they were supposed to go play tennis. You know, an actual activity. But no, it rained. So what did they do? They went to go eat. Now, we already knew what was going to happen. That man was going to sit there in silence and eat his food. But what we did not know was that he was going to sit his ass there and eat her damn food. I said, I know you lying. Why are you eating her food, sir? You didn't order nothing? What's going on here? Again, this man is doing what? Eating the food, no real conversation, and he think that he got her in the bag. I want her to let this man go, please. He is not worth keeping around at all. You cannot tell me that y'all have good phone conversations. You cannot tell me that. But let's move on. Now, according to Tamika, y'all, it's been about a month into the experience. I said a month. Okay. So the keepers are coming to the house, and when they're there, Tamika ends up going to Kieran, and she wants him to let Ashley know that he's choosing her. First of all, this is only after date number 2, and also he ain't doing the choosing. Ashley is. So I'm not understanding why he needs to do that. He ain't dating nobody else on this show. Moving on. Vernisha is still going through her process, but of course she's going to choose Jabari. As far as Zadia, we already know she's going to keep Cameron around. Here goes Ashley. Baby girl, she ends up being conflicted yet again, and then had the audacity to feel like he was combative. I said, now girl, you have got to stop. You've got to be stopped. Because she got offended because he mentioned like her craziness. Girl, you do got some levels of craziness. We all can see it. So here they go, getting into it again. And at this point, I want her to just send him on his way. Because he don't deserve all this. Girl, the energy that you giving, he don't deserve it. Move along. Y'all, let me know what y'all thought about this episode. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe to my channel. And I will talk to y'all in my next review. Bye, guys.